Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to take you to one of my personal favorite tanks. It is a 120 by 50 by 50 centimeter setup, lit by the Skylight Parmaster FL lamp. If you have not seen this lamp in action yet, just look at that water. The colors it brings out are something else. But today, it is not really about the light. It is about what is swimming underneath it. Because this tank is home to 3 species that I think deserve way more attention than they usually get. So let us talk about the fish. Who are they? Where do they come from? And what makes each of them actually interesting? Alright, let us start with a classic, the Harlequin Rasbora. If you have spent any time in the aquarium hobby, you already know this one. Silvery body, a pinkish to deep red tone, and that distinctive dark wedge-shaped patch running from the middle of the body all the way to the tail. Here is a fun fact. This fish arrived in Europe back in 1906. Over 100 years in the hobby, and it is still one of the most popular species out there. That has got to say something, right? It stays pretty small, around 4 to 5 centimeters, so it is not going to dominate your tank. But when you keep them in a proper shoal, minimum 10 fish, they are genuinely stunning to watch. There is an important detail here. Males are slimmer and have a more sharply defined edge to that dark patch. Females are rounder. In a bigger group, the males start competing for the females, colors intensify, and the whole shoal just behaves more naturally. For the tank setup, give them some broad-leaved plants like anubias or crypts, but leave plenty of open water too. These are active swimmers. Dark substrate and diffused lighting, that is when they really shine. One more thing that always gets me. They lay their eggs on the underside of leaves, not in crevices, not between rocks, literally upside down on the bottom of a leaf. The fry hatch in about 24 hours, feed them well, and they can live up to 7 years. For a fish this size, that is pretty impressive. Now something that absolutely deserves more credit than it gets. The Cherry Barb. It comes from Sri Lanka and is so uniquely Sri Lankan that it literally does not exist anywhere else in the wild. A true endemic species. The problem was that when it became popular in the aquarium trade, wild populations started taking a serious hit. Overfishing, habitat destruction for agriculture. Sri Lanka stepped in and pushed hard for captive breeding. And here is the thing, tank-bred specimens are now actually more beautiful than wild-caught ones. Deeper red, better condition overall. So in this case, captive bred is genuinely the better choice. In terms of looks, males are a gorgeous deep red. Females are the softer version. Creamy belly, red mostly in the fins. 2 dark stripes run along the length of the body. Small, peaceful, elegant, and here is my favorite fact about this species. In the wild, they live in shoals of several thousand individuals. Thousands. So when you keep one alone or in too small a group, it literally fades. Not a disease, not a water issue. Just stress. Give it proper company and it rewards you with its full color. Simple as that. In a community tank, the Cherry Barb is probably the most peaceful barb you can keep. No fin nipping, no chasing, no drama. It just goes about its business within its own group and leaves everyone else alone. Perfect for a mixed setup. One breeding note though, the moment spawning is done, get the parents out. They will eat their own eggs without a second thought. Classic barb parenting. And now for a fish that I think is genuinely underrated, the Five Banded Barb. The moment people hear the word barb, they immediately think tiger barb. Fin nipping, chaos, stress. But the Five Banded Barb is a completely different story. It comes from Malaysia and Borneo. Warm, pinkish body with 5 dark vertical stripes, hence the name. Interestingly, in nature, these fish had red fins, but after many generations in captivity, they shifted to more of an orange-yellow tone, a little piece of aquarium history written into their genetics. The temperament is calmer than the tiger barb, but that does not mean you can throw them in with just anyone. Long-finned guppies, angelfish, bettas, gouramis with flowing fins. Bad idea. For a curious, active little barb, a slow-moving veiltail is just too tempting a target. So choose tank mates carefully. They love dim light, roots, and hiding spots. Slightly acidic water works best for them. Bringing the pH down to around 6 is a real comfort zone. And keep them in a group, 6 to 8 fish minimum. Alone or in a pair, they will be shy and washed out. In a proper shoal, they are lively, colorful, and full of personality. One thing worth mentioning if you are planning your stocking. Small dwarf shrimp are basically a snack for these guys, especially juveniles and freshly molted adults. If you are running a shrimp tank, the Five Banded Barb is off the list. But apart from that, a genuinely beautiful, characterful fish, and one that definitely deserves more attention than it usually gets. And that is it for today, guys. 3 small fish, 3 completely different personalities, the Harlequin Rasbora with its 100-year legacy in the hobby, the Cherry Barb and its incredible comeback story, and the Five Banded Barb, quietly waiting to be discovered by more people. If you have any of these in your tank right now, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about your experience with them. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up really helps the channel grow. And if you are new here and you like aquascaping and aquarium content, consider subscribing. There is a lot more coming. See you in the next one.